Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready to jump into another deep dive today?
Absolutely. Let's get into it.
All right, so today we're tackling something that I think is on a lot of people's minds, especially if you're planning for retirement or already enjoying those golden years here in Georgia.
Definitely a hot topic, especially with so many folks choosing to retire here in the Peach State.
Exactly. And we've got some really interesting research about Social Security and retirement income, specifically in Georgia. Like, can you actually escape taxes on all that hard-earned money once you're retired? It's a big question.
It is, and the answer might surprise you. Georgia's actually got some pretty sweet deals for retirees when it comes to taxes.
Oh, that's good to hear. So, should we just dive right in?
Yeah, let's break it down.
Okay, so first things first, what about Social Security? I mean, we all pay into it for years, so what happens when we finally start collecting those benefits in Georgia?
Well, here's the good news. Georgia doesn't tax Social Security benefits at all.
No way, really? So all those years of contributions and the state's not going to take a chunk out of it. That's fantastic. I bet a lot of people don't realize that.
You're right. It's a huge advantage. A lot of other states treat Social Security just like any other income and tax it accordingly, but not Georgia.
Yeah, it's got to be a big relief for retirees, especially those on a fixed income. Every dollar counts,
Exactly.
right?
Absolutely. And keep in mind, while Georgia doesn't tax it, you might still owe federal taxes on your Social Security benefits depending on your overall income. But hey, no state taxes is still a major win.
For sure. It's definitely something to keep in mind if you're thinking about retiring in Georgia. Less taxes means more money in your pocket to enjoy all the great things the state has to offer.
Exactly. And speaking of keeping more money in your pocket, Georgia has another trick up its sleeve: retirement income exclusions.
Okay, retirement income exclusions, that sounds intriguing. What exactly are we talking about here?
So basically, Georgia lets you exclude a certain amount of your retirement income from state taxes altogether. It's like a free pass for a good chunk of your pension, 401k withdrawals, IRA distributions, you name it.
Whoa, hold on. So a portion of that money is completely tax-free. Tell me more. How much can you actually exclude?
Well, it depends on your age. If you're between 62 and 64, you can exclude up to $35,000 per year. And once you hit 65, that jumps up to a whopping $65,000.
$65,000 tax-free. Now that's what I'm talking about. So even if you're pulling a decent amount from your retirement savings, you could potentially avoid a huge chunk of state taxes. That's going to make a big difference.
It definitely can, but of course, there are always some details and
Yeah, I
nuances.
figured it couldn't be that simple. There's always a catch, right?
Not necessarily a catch, but it's not always as straightforward as just subtracting that exclusion amount. For example, if you're still working part-time during retirement and have income from that job, it all gets factored in when calculating your total taxable income.
So it sounds like things could get a bit complicated, depending on your individual situation. You might need to do some serious number crunching.
You got it. Especially if you've got income coming from different sources, things can get tricky. But that's where having a little expert help can be a game changer.
You mean like talking to a financial advisor or something?
Exactly. There are firms that specialize in retirement planning and navigating all these tax rules. And let me tell you, having someone who knows the ins and outs can really help you maximize your benefits and minimize your tax burden.
Okay, so for those of us who aren't exactly tax experts, where do we even begin to find someone like that?
Well, I definitely recommend checking out Georgia's Safe Retirement Planners. They have a stellar reputation for helping retirees make the most of the golden years right here in Georgia. They'll sit down with you, look at your specific situation, and come up with a personalized plan to make sure you're not leaving any money on the table.
That sounds like a smart move. I mean, who wouldn't want to pay less in taxes and have more money to enjoy their retirement?
Right. And Georgia Safe Retirement Planners can also help you with all sorts of things, like figuring out the best way to take Social Security, managing your investments, and even planning for potential healthcare costs down the road. It's a really comprehensive approach to retirement planning.
Wow, it sounds like they really cover all the bases. So to wrap things up, it seems like Georgia actually offers some pretty amazing tax advantages for retirees, especially when it comes to Social Security and retirement income. But like you said, it's important to get personalized advice to make sure you're taking full advantage of everything that's available.
Couldn't agree more. And that's exactly where a firm like Georgia Safe Retirement Planners comes in. They can help you create a plan that's tailor-made for you and your unique financial goals.
It's like having a personal guide through the sometimes confusing world of retirement finances.
You got it.
All right, well, I think that about covers it for today's deep dive. We learned that Georgia is pretty darn tax-friendly for retirees, but navigating those benefits can get a little tricky. So if you're ready to take control of your retirement finances and potentially save a bundle on taxes, I highly recommend reaching out to Georgia's Safe Retirement Planners for a consultation. They'll be able to give you the personalized guidance you need to make the most of your golden years right here in the Peach State.
Absolutely. Don't wait. Take charge of your financial future today.
And remember, don't leave any money on the table. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive. We'll catch you next time.
See ya.